Hey everyone, today I'm showing you guys how to make my version of Spanish yellow rice. So if you'd like to see my recipe on how I make it, please continue watching. Hey everyone, so I'm back. Sorry for taking off for a week, but I was busy last week, so I couldn't upload any videos. But today I'm going to be making some Spanish yellow rice. Yes, I'm not Spanish, but I do make a good Spanish yellow rice. It's not authentic, so don't come for me in the comment section. So the green thing is the sofrito. I usually make a big batch and freeze it, and we're gonna use some sazon, and this is a sazon with the culantro and achiote. I'm gonna be using some adobo as well, some black pepper, and this is chicken bouillon, but you can use vegetable bouillon as well, so chicken or vegetable. And I'm using some olive oil, and I forgot to put the parsley out, but I am going to be using some parsley. And today I'm going to be measuring everything just for you guys. So now you're just going to get whatever pot you're going to cook your rice in. And I'm going to be using some olive oil, but you can also use some vegetable oil. And like I said before, all the ingredients are going to be found in the description box with all the measurements. So don't worry, I got you guys this time. Um, and I'm just adding the sofrito to the olive oil. And after we add the sofrito, I'm just gonna mix it. And like I said before, I do make my own sofrito and freeze it. This is not gonna be a video about how I make the sofrito, but if you guys do wanna video on how I make it, you guys can let me know in the comment section and I'll definitely post a video. So you're with this, all my rice recipes, I make all my rice the same. So watch my how to make white rice video. That's the first video on my channel, and you'll know how to make rice really good. So follow that recipe if you want to learn how to make really good rice. So next I added the chicken bouillon. And like I said before, you can also use vegetable bouillon as well if you're vegan or vegetarian. So you're just gonna fry it a little. After it's fried, then we're gonna add some medium grain white rice, and we're gonna fry that. So please, please, please do not try to substitute anything in this video except the parsley. You're gonna use medium grain white rice. You're not gonna use long grain white rice. You're not gonna use brown rice. You're not going to use parboiled rice. Please use medium grain white rice. This is key. If you don't have it in your house, go out and buy it before you make this recipe. Because if you use other rice, it's not going to taste the same, and it's going to taste fine, but it's not going to be great. Trust me. Do not substitute this. So I basically needed a little bit more olive oil and a little bit more sofrito, so I did that. So I'm adding about 2 packs of the sazon after it. So now I'm just gonna mix the sazon all over the rice, and when I do this, I'm just gonna make sure every rice grain is coated in the sazon. And this is just how I prefer to do it. You can add the sofrito, sorry, you can add the sazon to the sofrito when you're frying it, but I personally just prefer doing it this way. But there's no right or wrong way. And like I said before, I'm not Spanish. This is my version on how to make Spanish rice. So don't come for me in the description box, but I can tell you that this recipe is going to be really good and the rice is going to be perfect and it's going to taste really, really good. So now we're just going to taste the broth, and we're going to see how the levels are, because like I say in all my videos, you have to taste everything to make sure it's at where the seasoning is at where you want it. So now I'm adding black pepper, and I'm going to add some adobo right now. I'm just going to mix everything up together. After I mix everything up, I'm just going to taste the broth again, because you're always going to want to taste everything and when you're making anything. So now we're gonna add the parsley that I forgot to show you guys earlier. And this is the only optional step in this recipe is adding parsley. You do not have to add any parsley. But I'm gonna add about 2 teaspoons of parsley, and this is just what I like to do personally. It's not going to change the flavor in any way. So after I add the parsley, I'm just going to cover the pot until it starts boiling, and I'll show you what to do. So now that the rice is boiling, we're just going to get our spoon and mix everything up. We don't want anything to stick to the bottom. And then we're going to get our foil paper. I personally prefer to use foil paper, but you can also use parchment paper or saran wrap. And after that, when it starts boiling, we're gonna put it all the way to low. So if your stove is from high, medium, low, or 1 is your lowest setting, you're going to put it on 1 or put it on low, or you can put it on 2 notches before low, but it should be right near low. So then when we cover it, we're going to want it to steam for about 30 minutes. Leave it alone for 30 minutes and then we're going to check. So now it's actually been about 25 minutes that I'm checking it. I did say I want to leave it to steam for 30 minutes, but I checked it after 25 minutes, and as you can see, the rice just needs to steam a little bit more. So what I'm just going to do is we're going to take a fork and mix the top layer of the rice with the middle layer of the rice. You're not going to want to dislodge everything, but you're just going to want to move it around so it's mixed together a little bit. So everyone's stove is different. At 25 minutes, someone else's rice could have been finished steaming and it's perfect. Um, Mine, I put it on too low, so I should have put it on at least 1 or 2 notches before the low setting, and it would have been fine. But it's fine. We're just going to get some water, and when this happens, or if you think your rice is needs a little bit more time, or if it's a little bit undercooked, you're just going to get a little bit of water and add it a little bit all over the rice and cover it back up. You're not going to want to add a lot of water. Or what you can do is just cover back up the rice with the foil paper and just let it steam for another 5 to 6 minutes. So I'm just after I add the water, we're going to cover everything back up and let it steam for another 5 to 6 minutes. So it's been another 5 to 6 minutes, and this is how the rice is looking. Sorry for the blurry screen. But yes, this is how the rice is looking, and it's basically cooked perfectly to how you want it. It's not hard and it's not soft either. It's just right. So what I like to do after I finish making rice, I just like to mix everything up with a fork and yeah, and then taste it. So that's what I'm basically going to do right now. So I'm just going to take the fork, mix everything up, and make sure it's cooked thoroughly, which it should be, because that's the whole point of the foil paper. The foil paper is going to lock in all this steam so everything cooks evenly and thoroughly. And you can see how nice and fluffy and just how well cooked this is, and you can see how moist it is at the same time, because what I love about the Spanish yellow rice is how moist and nice and flavorful it is, and this is what we have here.